There we go. We're getting a slam door as a hello and welcome. How are we all doing? Good to see you. Let's turn some game sound on. Game sound should be on. Yep, it's there and working. How are we all doing? Hello. 6 years today. It was 6 years yesterday, actually, since I started the channel. And what a great way to celebrate it by starting out a new server here on Willow River, because I know it's something that people have been wanting for quite some time. So it's nice to have another one. And stay out. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, don't let it hit you in the bum on the way out, Garrick. So yeah, we're welcome along to Willow River Contracting. I'm going to go through some of the rules and everything like that, and explain this whole challenge, because this is a bit different to any we've done before, and there's a little bit to it. Axelson was just saying, actually, there's a little bit of a novel, so make sure you jump in and have a read if you want to join. Of course, as per normal, all our servers are open to everyone, so if you want to join, jump into Discord, grab the details and get into it. But yeah, here we are, Willow River. We don't actually have a huge amount of equipment. In fact, if I stand there, you can see everything we own, so we're a little bit limited. We've got 5 people in here at the moment. We've got 5 pieces of equipment that drive. We've got a combine over here, again, not a very big combine, 5088. I can't even remember how big a header we've got on the back. Even that's not very big, only a 28-foot header. A single truck there. We do have a couple of bigger pieces of equipment, but still only a 375, so I think it's 375 horsepower on that one, and then the 8970, which is about 240 horsepower, so nothing too big. Air-seeder there, the case cart. This is a plough, so will work as a plough, so we can do some ploughing. And then this is the only bit of equipment that's actually fully owned by the farm. This has been around for years. I actually learned to drive a tractor in a 6610, so it's a little bit of a throwback. And an old school fertilizer spreader. And that is it. That is all we have to start things out for this challenge. So I'll go into that in just a little bit. But yeah, nice to have you all here. Great to see so many people in the stream right from the start. Huge shout out as well, Daniel McEwen. Thank you for becoming a member of the AG team. Welcome along. Thank you for that membership. And nice to see you, Edsy. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, Daniel, as Axelson said, all the info is in Discord, so jump in there and get into it. Hyper, how you doing, buddy? Hope you can join soon. Huge thanks actually to Hyper, because a lot of what this challenge is about has been his thoughts, and we've kind of put our heads together and come up with a few ideas and set it up with some of his input as well. So thank you to you, mate. Aussie Dan, g'day, welcome along. Rex is in here, so good to have you here helping out. Rex Bovine, evening to you, mate, welcome along. Craig is here, hello. Mr. Hathornthwaite, thank you very much. Yeah, 6 years, crazy. It's actually funny because my boy just walked past, it's 12 and a half, so half of his life I've been doing YouTube stuff, and now he's almost 12 and a half, almost 13, and he bums it around in the back and makes a whole lot of noise, but that's fine. It's all part of it. Garrett Howdy, good to see you, mate, welcome along. Nightbot's going crazy with a whole lot of this is that's and everything else. Elder, hello, welcome, good to see you as well. The Sim Guy, g'day, mate, thank you very much for the happy 6th birthday. Ellen, good evening. Money in pounds, very Australian. Yep, see, I knew there'd be something people could pick up on. There's always something. Don't even know how to change it. How do I even change it? Is it an option? Money units, where is it? There we go, dollars. Back. Happy days. There you go. Aussie Dan, I heard the horse here in the background. 5 gifted memberships, thanks, mate. It's very generous of you. Again, no bow, no memberships for both, but appreciate that, mate. There's some guy, Axel Sin, who very excitedly just said in Discord he finally got one. Mike Hathornthwaite, Skidley, and Gaming with Just Joe picking up those memberships. So there you go. Thank you, Aussie Dan. It's awesome. Thank you very much. George Cook, good evening. Welcome along. Good to have you here as well. And Mike, you didn't have to do that, Mike, but thank you very much for that $9.99 super chat as well. I can come over and thank you in person. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. All right, so let's go through the challenge. It's kind of in 2 parts, this challenge. So we're wanting to build, and I'm going to actually have to read some of this. It's all in Discord, so if you're interested, go and have a look. But I will just read through it because that's probably going to be the easier way to suss it all out. So the primary objective here is to build a modern arable contracting business in Australia, hence Willow River, without owning any fields or farmland. as the contracting business grows, we can expand into farm ownership. So I've set a goal for what the contracting business is going to become. So there's kind of a goal. So we want to own, and this is how we're going to determine when the contracting business is successful. So 5 class 11 combines. And so class 11 combines, I think, are just the X9, the AF11 or the CR11 with 50-foot headers and at least 2 pickup headers. 5 tractors, with 3 of those being at least 350 horsepower or to suit equipment requirements. We need 2 swathers, 3 grain carts, 2 trucks with B-train triples, 2 tender trailers for supplying seeders, 2 air seeders, 2 cultivators, a plough, a self-propelled sprayer, a lime spreader, and 2 low loaders for hauling equipment. So basically there's a big list of equipment we need to own to become part of the to get things up and going, or to determine when we've become a successful contracting business. Chinook's had enough. He's been standing around and going, "Oh, screw this, this sounds too hard for me." I'm sure that's not the case, but and then on top of that, we have to build an appropriate contractor's yard. So we've started out here. If you're curious as to where we are on the map, as I know a lot of you might be, there is a plot of land in here, down in the bottom of town, right in here. If I bring over the farmland, you can see it in there. This is where we are. This is our contractor's yard, right behind the nutrient seed store, whatever you want to call it, co-op, whatever. But this is one of the vagaries. This one's actually tagged over here. And there's another one up here, 135, which is actually some farmland down here, grassland. There's just a couple where the tags aren't quite in the right spot. So it's very easy to overlook as a bit of a yard that you can develop. But that's where we're starting out. I should set up some contracts and get these guys up and going, because there's no point everyone standing around and doing it. So let's get in and do some contracts, and I'll keep on talking about it. I have had a look, and what we're going to start off, we're going to start off with a ploughing contract. We've got the tractor and the plough. We're going to start off with a seeding contract, because we do have, I think there is only one. There we go, sowing contract to plant some clover. So we're going to accept that. We will, set up a harvesting contract, because of course we can do that. And which one was I going to pick? I think it was going to be this one, because we are here, and that's probably the closest of them all to our yard. Also helps that it's the most expensive. So we'll pick up that one as well. And here we go, Drummer43, thank you very much for subscribing, I appreciate that. And what else have we got? Fertilizing, we've got the little fertilizer spreader. So fertilizing or lime, we can do lime contracts. Is there any down here? None at the moment. Unless I missed them up top, no. So we can pick up some fertilizing contracts. So let's see if there's one closest to where we are. 37 is probably the closest, so it's only a small contract. 83 is the other side of the river, 90 is up in the top right corner, 92 must be close to 90 or something. Let's take that one on, because it is only a small piece. So there we go, there's 4 bits of equipment, we can get up and going. So hopefully everyone's all set up and into it. So yeah, as I was saying, we've got to build a contractor's yard up. So it's got to have a storage shed to keep the combines, headers, seeders, and sprayers stored. So we have to have enough storage space. So there's enough out here to build some big sheds. Tillage equipment and things like plows. You guys just get going. I don't mind. Tillage equipment like this can sit outside. That doesn't really matter. We need to have a workshop, and we have to have a fuel supply. And the one thing I don't have yet is a pressure washer. We do have to get that. So yeah, we have to build a contractor's yard as well, have all that up and running. And then the goal after that is to have $500,000 in cash at all times to prove liquidity in the business. So that's the primary objective. The secondary objective is to build a farm operation. And from that, we're basically going to pick a farmyard. And there's plenty of them around. There's one down here. Which one's that attached to? So 35, you've got the land up here, I think field 1 over the other side. Which one's that? 103. There's a couple of farmyards up here. And one at the top. But basically the decision, once we've chosen which land we're going to buy, is any land then has to be attached to the farm. So we couldn't buy that land and then go and buy a field over here. It has to be one of the ones around the farm. So the farm has to grow basically concentrically. Big words. those ones out from wherever it is. So yeah, that's kind of that rule. And yeah, I think you might have to swap tractors. No, I had it at 1, and I think once we go into March it might change times. We'll have a look at that. That's right. No, I'm pretty sure I had it set higher than that. Let's just check. Oh, it is only 1 day. We'll go to 3 days for now. See what happens. But yeah, so to be able to buy a field, we don't have to do all of this up the top, but we do have to own a Class 11 combine and a big tractor. So contracting business must own 1 Class 11 combine and 1 large tractor to be able to purchase a field. So each time to buy a new field, we have to have got the second big combine. So it's kind of a process that we need to go to get everything done. And on top of that, the farm has to run cotton, and we want 1,000 sheep on the farm as well. So it's a little bit convoluted, but I'm pretty sure it's, once you get into it, I'm sure it'll become pretty self-explanatory. So there we are. That's the explanation. Hey Andre, how you doing? Can't wait till the sheep mod comes out. Does it work with seasons off, or does it need to be on? No, it will work with should work with seasons off. It just uses the calendar. We do own the land with the sheds on, Eric. 100% do. Chinook had to fly. Fair enough. Is grass acceptable given the BGA advantage? Is grass acceptable given the BGA advantage? I don't think we'll be using any grass. That'll be down the track, I suppose. Haven't thought about that. Are we using better contracts or just base game? We've got better contracts installed and line contracts, and better contracts I have set at, no, we've got contract boost on, but there's nothing being boosted, it's all one times. But I've also turned off some contracts and not allowing collecting of straw and things like that. Yeah, we're not boosting any contracts. This was more to give, allow more contracts. And then we've got the lime contract. I think there's one other too, but I can't remember what it is. Alright, looks like we're stuck in the little 610. Yeah, I'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We might have to adjust contracts down. I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. Might be a little fun tuning. Now, I was hoping I could take one of the fences down and make a little path into the back of the supply point there, but we can't really. A little bit annoying, but anyhow, what's going to be the easiest way to get there? Left and left. So one option for the seeder is to take the truck and fill that with some seed, and then use the auger on the seeder to fill it up. Grass to feed sheep. Oh yes, yeah, we'll need grass to feed sheep, 100%. Yes, we will. Hey, Fee. Fiona, how you doing? Good to see you, Big Diesel. Welcome along, mate. Good to have you here. Audio is playing up. Pain of your life. Ah, that sucks, Chinook. The game audio was. Yeah. It's not good. So everything, all the equipment's on hire purchase except for, like I said, this equipment. So everything else is there. I think we've got a $10,000 monthly repayment, so have to bear that in mind as well. What else is there? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Now, fertilizer, I think is going to be in this one up here. Look, here we go. And we want fertilizer. There we go, first investment, $3,000. So hopefully we can pay that off doing a few contracts. know what I could actually do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put some fertilizer in the bucket, and then we can top up as we go around doing some contracts. There we go, look at that. Bonus fertilizer. Alright, who else have we got here? You're an Hater, mate. You managed to find some time to tune in. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, 6 years. Crazy, eh? Crazy. Where does time go? Hey, Ben. Good morning to you, mate. Map looks awesome and good work on the challenge. Yeah, huge thanks to Hyper for putting together a lot of the ideas for the challenge. I think he leaned a little bit on some AI to come up with some suggestions too. Oh, man, this is such a familiar view, being one of these. Alright. Mike must have gone the long way. There we go. First interaction already. So let's go and find our field. We'll get some fertilizer in. So fertilizer starting. We are heading to 37. Make it a bit more difficult, be to run it 5 or 10 times, as that will limit the amount of contracts you can do. And that's a good point, actually. You could do. Could do too. One big challenge. It is one big challenge, Craig, and we need your help, so get in here, mate. Come and lend a hand. Alright. So we're not going to build any Lego tonight, but I do have a decision that needs to be made, and that's what Lego set are we going to build next, and I've got some to show you. Take a look at that in just a little bit. Where is 37? I'll go up and around the corner, and then we can come back down the hill. Still have one of those old Fords, don't put your thumb inside the steering wheel. Ah, I've learnt that trick. I have learnt that trick. Especially with those little tyres, they're pretty brutal, aren't they? You don't have to hit much for it to whip around. Well, my controller's starting to play up again. I'm intrigued now. It's been behaving itself so well. So I've also come up with a little bit of a conundrum of my own when it comes to doing a solo playthrough on Willow River. So I've gone to a whole lot of effort and set up a big farm. You know, I'm talking 3 big air seeders, 4 combines, and big B train. Actually, they were triples. B triples, you know, big equipment, articulated tractors, all of those kind of things. And it's all come to a screaming halt because Courseplay at the moment won't run more than 4 pieces of equipment before frames completely tank. Now, Missouri River Bottom, I had quite a bit of equipment running on that without any issues whatsoever. And now, and that was on my old PC, which wasn't as grunty as this one. And now, for whatever reason, as soon as I get over about 4 tractors running, turn the 5th one on, the frames just completely disappear. So I'm now torn as to whether I persevere and try and find a fix to it, or whether I come up with a new game plan. I'm leaning towards coming up with a new game plan, so I don't know. Kind of thinking back to what I did on Southern Cross Station many years ago as a live stream series, doing something a little bit like that, but don't know. Now, welcome along to anyone who is watching on the vertical stream. I'm trying something new tonight, which is YouTube offers the opportunity to basically cut the center part of your stream out and make it a vertical. So I thought I'd give it a shot, see if it works, see how it goes. Where on earth is this field entrance? I thought it was just here. Have I got past it? Did I sail? So I have sailed straight past it, haven't I? Sworn there was an access way in here. Is there not? Where is it? I'm confused. I am sure I had found one. Where are we? I thought there was an access through here. I'm sure there was in the demo. Maybe he got rid of it. Alright. Right, we're going to have to go a different way. Let's go and have a look this way. Access in there. Right, we're going to have to come back and go in that way. Okay. Right. Hello, Chinook. I'm good. I'm good. I'm lost. I'm completely lost. No idea where I'm going. Double yellow lines. Shh, Garrick. No one saw them. Oh. Don't know what you're talking about. Alright, let's go and see if we can find our way. Is that why you had 5 notifications of you starting a vertical stream? No, that was me. That was user error. And don't tell me you got a whole lot of those today. Please don't tell me there was a whole lot of those today as well. So we'll get down to this field because I also wanted to, I know there's a few whiskey aficionados in there, and I've got my latest Whiskey Club whiskey that I was going to show off. Only yesterday. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, it's so frustrating, Joran. So frustrating. Alright, so we've started the harvesting, we've started the plan. Saying, what did you do, Chinook? Well done. Not bad for someone who's worked in IT. Alright. We will get there. Now, the other mod we're running on this is precision farming, which will allow for a little bit less product usage, particularly on the liming contracts. So I thought if we only had a small spread like this, it could get quite tedious. But that's part of the challenge. Part of the challenge, realizing bigger equipment will make things easier. So what can be done to try and get to that? Did you know I'd gone the wrong way, Axelson? You should have grabbed the truck, Mike, and filled the truck up and then dumped the truck in using the auger. Alright. So let's go now, turn into here. I would have thought fences could be so frustrating. Which is a good point, because I've just about finished rebuilding all the fences on Winchester. So, no doubt I'm going to be starting to do some testing on that and find out fences are annoying there as well. It's funny though, when you know your way around your own map, it's becomes a whole lot easier. So 37 is this one over here. Oh right, here we are. Alright, let's turn some steering system. So with the truck, gentlemen, I would just put enough seed in it so you can, oops, the slider. Just put enough seed in it to fill the seeder, and then the truck will need to go down to the contract. Alright, there we go. Let's have a look. To the seed spot. Alright, should I be worried that 1, we're not using up any fertilizer, and 2, this is a good start, isn't it? $37, we're in the right spot, we're doing the right thing. But nothing's happening. Let's do this. Change the nitrogen value, deactivate. Let's deactivate automatic applications if that helps. No. It's right next to the main yard. Look where Mike is on the map. Because we're not allowed to. Alright. Change tool from the front loader of the trailer. Okay, let's try that. No. Still no luck. Something else to engage on that spreader. My brain, maybe? Turn off close slider. Lower gauge wheel. What does that do? Ah! Thank you, Ben. Well done. See, making things not easy for them because they're still trying to get seed for the seeder. Alright, well done, Ben. Very impressed. So that's the wheel here on the right that's running on it. That's kind of clever. I kind of like that as a mod. Why do more mods not do something like that? It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it's working. Here I was thinking, oh no, we've got broken contracts or something on the map. But not at all. Now, let's get into this. So this, I was going to tell people about the whiskey because the whiskey's cool. I really just wanted to show you the packaging because this is the best one I've had so far. The whiskey's called The Lakes, and I think I read the description out about it last time. But it's basically from ex-Macallan lead whiskey maker. And it's called the Chocolatier, the Lakes Chocolatier. So let's do this. I'll use my little Lego screen down the bottom here. Let's look at this box. So I thought this is kind of cool. It's just a plain white box, and that. But then the beauty was when it got opened up, what the packaging looked like. So give that a little bit of a push, and this is just a protective cover because then underneath it was this gorgeous box. There's this little tab on it, and then you pop this one open, all this, and like just opened out and was displayed like that. And that's probably one of the best ones I've had so far. The way it was displayed and set up and everything like that was just awesome. So I wanted to show you it, because I know there's a few aficionados out there who quite like it. I like a wee dram. I thought that one was just pretty cool. Right. Okay, we've got Alan who's logged in and give us a hand as well. Nice to see you here. Thanks for jumping in, Alan. Yeah, it does taste good, Elder. So it's quite a oops, need to change that back. It's quite a darker one. But yeah, that's good. And it sort of definitely does have a chocolatey taste to it, which is one of the sort of key descriptors for it. Yeah, it's lovely, this one guy. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm a fancy box fan too, Ben. But I think I might have to, I'm starting to get, dare I say, too many bottles, so we might have to press pause for the next couple of months. Good problem to have. Alright. Well, now that we're into it, What's going on here? What's that running down? There we go, maybe I just skipped a row. Yeah, it looks like I just skipped a row. Right. One could say just, yeah, drink more to catch up and drink more often. Moderation, people, moderation. Alright. We're not going through too much fertilizer at all. We might have to, might be worth. Just the automatic application rate. There we go. We'll put automatic on just because then I feel like we're actually using some fertilizer up. Not just running likely. Moderation is for the moderators, not the content creators. Fair point, Bo. Fair point. Alright, the other thing I'd like to see is contracts get completed. So, what I say by completed is we do the full job. So even though this one will say finish probably as I'm running down this last pass, is to actually go to the effort of spreading fertilizer across the full field for the farmer. We want to be asked back. Don't want to just get paid for the bare minimum. There we go. Now, the other rule I had set is that we were only going to have equipment that we owned we could use. So if you had a look at the contracts, sorry, wrong menu. When we look at the active contracts, you can't, there's no option to borrow equipment except for the deadwood ones. And we're not probably going to worry about doing those. Find them now. Here we go. You do actually have an option there for borrowing equipment. Alright, here's the trouble. We're at 97%. What have I not done? I have to go and find it. Maybe a little bit around this top edge. Alright, so that contract, as far as I could tell, is completed. And it's not completing. Rats. Rats on that. Because if I go into big screen, it's a bit hard to tell, but I can't see any that's missing. Anyone else see any that's missing? Let's just double check. Whee! Oh, you know what it'll probably be? I wonder if it's the tram lines. All right, we will we'll make this one disappear. Going to require a little bit of magic. 3651. Cancel that. And we've gone here and add money. 3651. Here we go. That's that contract done. Right, that's frustrating. Yeah, anyhow, let's carry on. Might have said earlier, but have you heard any progress on the wool mod getting passed by giants? It has been sitting in pending release since Monday night, New Zealand time. You know, so it's been in there for 2 days, pending release. But then they didn't release any new mods on Monday night. And yesterday was, Tuesday night was the update. So fingers crossed it's going to be out tonight. Just have to wait and see though. But that is my hope. Alright, let's do another fertilizing contract and see if that one will complete. Where's the nearest one to us? We'll do a bigger one. 90, 83, 90 or 92. Where are they? At the top, aren't they? All over the other side, about as far away as possible. There's 92. 83. Four, 85, 86, 87, 78, 79, 80, 81. There's 82 and 83. Am I actually going blind? I feel like I'm going blind. Where was it? 83. Right next to there. Right next to the main road. Why can I not see it? Ah, there it is. Alright. Oh, let's go and see what we can do. G'day Dreo, how you doing? Good to see you, thanks for stopping in. Great to have you here. Be because of the tram lines. This might get 2 Rex. Hopefully not the application rate. That would be frustrating, because it just shows us fertilized or not. That is actually a cheat you can do, is basically lower your application rate to the bare minimum if you're using precision farming for contracts. Therefore you don't use up as much product. Anyhow, what did someone, what was it that commented about FSG's mod? Character, can we talk about FSG's new app for a minute, because it looks freaking awesome. Yes, it does look awesome, I agree. I think he's done a fantastic job. I know it's been a bit of a interesting process for him, effectively learning how to write a software application. And then obviously, you know, I was talking to him earlier today, you're at the point now where you get the hive to test it, and suddenly, you know, the permutations that you've put it through, it works for, and then suddenly you get hundreds of other people putting it through hundreds of different permutations, and lots of other things start popping up, and these ideas, and bit of a challenge to filter out what you want to do, what's worth doing, what's not worth doing. All of those kind of things. So I think he's having some fun with that at the moment. But yeah, no, the idea is fantastic. What I was going to do actually, because... So, this is what I was going to say. Let's take on... let's take on a cultivating contract. And we'll lease a cultivator and a tractor for that. Just while we're on the stream. The power chain seems about appropriate, doesn't it? So we'll lease that. And how much horsepower does that need? 180, so not too big a tractor. What's that like? Nah, not that. It was 6R. 6R, that's big enough, isn't it? It's at least one of those. 13 grand, so that's cost us 20, 13 and 5. A good chunk of what that contract's going to bring in. But there we go, 16 grand. So if someone wants to pick up that tractor and do a cultivating contract, and do a couple of those while we're here. You can't wait for the 1.0 version, you're no good at testing. Well, I know he's pretty close to throwing it in the bin last week when he learnt the trials and tribulations of how giants do things and how he could make it work for what he was trying to achieve. But good to see he persevered with it and got it done. I know that feeling. Right, we should have our beacon on, shouldn't we? Gone to see if they're having one on the roof. So there we go, if someone wants to take on that cultivating contract, they can. Hopefully it's going to be justified. I could have probably leased a slightly smaller tractor, but... Where's the fun in that? It's all leased fields, Chinook. That's all contracts. That doesn't sound like much fun, 3 miles per hour seeding. Alright, speaking of farm sim guy, this is a sign. Alright, let's go find the next field we're going to try and do. See what we come up with. Thinking like that, the creation of the app and modders and content creators that kept this game going, just saying, yeah, I agree, Garrick, 100%. Had to make the most of it, Mike. Had the space. Didn't know how much fertilizer we were going to use. Keeps a bit of weight over the steering axle. Haha. School bus. I think it's once you add the weight. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably what it doesn't take into account. The problem is I don't think the New Holland would pull the plough. Can I get it through the drive-through? I would have come back and given it a try. And you want a coffee from McDonald's on the way past? Sorry, Hyper. Oh. It's like the buses are holding traffic up a bit. No, it's buses, because it was in both directions. Yep. Alright, let's keep going. We'll get across here and then we'll take that contract on 83, I think. See if we can get that one done. So how do you take your McDonald's coffees, Hyper? Hopefully in one window and out the other. I'm going to be a good boy and go up to the next intersection to turn around because 80, wow, I wish I wasn't now. 83's on the other side, I can see it there. But no, we'll drive normally, obey the road rules. Well, there is that. There it is in all its glory. Hey Bixter, how you doing? Good to see you, welcome along. Willow River's good. Glow in the dark. Yeah, Willow River's great. It's been enjoyable so far. A little bit frustrated with a personal play game save I've been setting up and was going to do some content on and courseplay, and that only allowing me to run 3 or 4 tractors before frame rates just started tanking, so that's a bit frustrating. I was hoping to be able to get a bit more equipment running, so kind of just rethinking what I might do on that one. I just want the free plug. I mean, technically I don't need to plug myself on my own stream. Oh, do I? You're here already. There is. You know, we're going to have another horrible situation where I'm not in the right place to get into this field. Oh, where's the entrance into this one? Alright, this is going to take some learning. We're going to have to come all the way over here somewhere, aren't we? There it is. Oh. Oh, I needed to turn there. I've already driven past the turn-off. Alright. This is like watching Chinook play American Truck Simulator. Just driving. No farming involved at all. Hey there, drummer, how you doing? Did I say I'm in Aruba? No, I'm in New Zealand. Do you know that made sense as soon as I started driving along Fiona that there probably wouldn't be field entrances off a dual carriageway. But thought about it too late. Nice to see they finally fixed the lime spreading precision. Is that what the fix was for? I was hoping that was what it was going to be. Surprised it took them as long as it did, but it is good. Yeah, it's a one-way, so there's 2 lanes one way and on either side. And a big grass median down the middle. Grass strip down the middle. But yeah, the AI is still on the wrong side because it should be in the left lane and then the fast lane should be on the right. In my view, but... No, you can't get rid of the case. No. Is it just yours that are steering with vehicles not tracking straight? They wander slowly to one side? Not that I've noticed. My issue, I think, with this flicking a little bit is the controller. Someone say. Water level may rise without warning. Use extreme caution when in the water. Ooh, there we go. Hey, Peter, thanks for the subscription. Much appreciated. Alright, let's have a look. We need to take the contract on first. Field 83. Accept that contract. Yeah. Alright, let's have a look. There we go. Alright, so we're going to have issues on this with tram lines as well. Let's see. Let's see. Started to get a random pull to the right. So, do you know, I think it's a game thing, Bo. Because when I reinstalled the game on this PC, it was fine. So yeah, I don't know whether it's a controller issue, whether it's a game issue, whether it's a mod issue. No idea. No idea. I can't figure it out. Very accurate to Australian drivers travelling in New Zealand as well, Martin. It's not just an Australian thing. You should have known been playing the map for a bit already. Hey Flabby, how you doing? Good to see you. So which field are you in, Mike? 100. 100 is quite flat, isn't it? You're traveling at 12 now. So you're also being nice and fertilizing the contract field. Shouldn't, technically we don't need to fertilize it when we see it. You play keyboard and mouse normally and can't get your vehicles to track straight. They will wander slowly one way or another even though they're steering wheel. Yeah, interesting, Bex. Maybe they've They've simulated the rotation of the earth, dragging it one way, the camber of the fields. You're experiencing the same thing, drummer? Interesting. I always put it down to me having too many different inputs plugged in, but maybe it's yeah, it's worth reporting it. When you look at the controller setup page, it's like there's some noise on the x-axis. So you can, like under controllers, can't you? Devices, you can adjust your dead zone. So switch device, that one there. Just bump up your dead zone, so my steering one is that one there. It's interesting when I flick these. Now we'll try that. Try about a slightly higher dead zone on it. Alright. Might have modelled the steering on 1980s shopping trolleys. Maybe. Maybe they modelled on the fact that you need to hold the steering wheel at all times in a tractor because you're running on uneven ground or something. I don't know. Who knows? We're not going to go there, Chinook. Crop dusting would be cool. Right, how are we going on this? We're 34% done, and we're a third of the way around the field, and our application rate has gone. Is it turned off auto again? We're back on auto. So we're using some more up. But I think we're going to run into the same issue with these tram lines. We'll have to wait and see. You don't like to have your wheel plugged into your PC at the same time as your controller. So my yeah, my wheel isn't plugged in at the moment. I have a little USB hub that's plugged in through and I turn it off. And that could be the other thing that's causing my issues too, is I'm playing through a USB hub because I don't have enough slots on my PC. But could be anything. Could be anything. It has been a bit of a... It has been quite a lengthy sync so far. Normally that long. But you controller in at the moment. Nice. Nice, right, well while we're waiting for the sync, this is the next decision we need to make. Alright, so these are the next Lego sets I have to build. So first up is the Lego tractor. So it's only 204 pieces. That's one we can probably just about build in a stream. So that's option 1. Option 2, and these are the ones I told you guys about ages ago. These are the ones I got at the field days, which are Brixies, but they're Stroutman. So that's our self-propelled mixing wagon. It's got the pickup on the front there and everything. That's pretty cool. Quite like that. That'd be a good scale to actually go with that tractor. And that's option 2. Thank you, Axelson. And that's option 3, which is the other Stratman set, which is 8+. See, the other ones were only, that was only, I might have to go with the tractor on that basis, because that was only 6+, and these are 8+. But that's the pickup wagon I've got. So those are what I've got left to build. But we'll just have to decide. So which one, starting next week, would you want to see me build next? That tractor's probably similar in size to this one. Ignore the dust because that is disgusting. But that tractor's pretty tiny. But I think the other one's probably very similar size. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. option one and do it in one stream. Okay, this is Bo wants to see all 3. We might have to reboot. So there's one, which is the tractor, 6+, 204 pieces. Option 2, Stratmans. That's 500 pieces. That's a 2 stream build. And then option 3 was the loading wagon. Option 3, you're saying, Garrick? Alright, well, while we're doing this, let's start a poll. Which Lego we build next? Tractor, feed mixer, whoops, or pickup wagon. There we go. Start the poll. There you go, you can give a vote on it. And in between there, we'll jump back into that view and you'll see that nothing's changed. She said option B. Well, you better vote on option B. Right, I'm going to drop this out and rejoin. Thomas, did they join and then leave? Did it? That's no good. Well, well, well. The server's still up according to this, apparently. See if I can join. See what happens. Alright. Tractor, then night fell. Everything went quiet. Maybe we'll open one of those and start building it if it's going to carry on like this. No, you know what we might do? See, let's see if this works again. Showing up is still there. Let's see if we can join. So tractor's winning on 53%, feed mix at 32, and the pickup wagon 16. Thomas, Argsy, Mike, Argsy joined, Mike joined. It's only done it very recently with that. Oh no, there is quite a few of those. View control add-on receive value false. It did that command at exactly the same time. Oh, do you know what that is? I think that is the contract boost settings, just saying which is set to 1. All those contract boost settings completed sending new settings. Is it working again? Alright. Hey Farmer Flage, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome along. Is everything? Yeah. Alright, Mike's back in, so that's a good start. Oh, we're syncing. That's done. I can hear game sound. Alright, so no server crash, which is good. Well, it's the funniest thing to log back in and see though. That's a grunty trampoline though. I mean, it's pushed it into the ground, but that's a good safety for now. You know your kids are going to be safe bouncing on a trampoline. If that can support a case, you know your kids are going to be safe bouncing on the trampoline. Oh, I jumped over it. I'm going to get in there. Look at that. Bouncing on the tramp. I'm safe. Even though the case tried to drive it over, I'm fine. It does look like the leaves collapsed. Alright. We're still spreading fertilizer. Let's carry on. Alright, well that's good. It didn't have to restart. It's just because you're moving and you weren't moving before. No, we don't have a workshop yet. That's a good point too. There is at the shop in the warehouse. If you go over to, that's you standing there. Go over to the back left corner. The building on the north, whatever side that is, northwest. Pretty sure there's a warehouse in there. I think Axelson was doing something with the truck. You're fine on seed, Mike. You've hardly used any. If you run out of fertilizer, just keep going with no fertilizer. Chinook, go jump in the Steiger and do some ploughing. Should get the building pack from Nulla Creek. We do have some of those shoots in here. Alright. Is that the one I just looked at, Fiona? Alright, how's our contract completion going? We are 63% done. Go hop in the other case. Oh, Rex is beating you to it, he's in it now. You changed the field completion from 95 to 92% should help with the tram lines and better contracts. Is that right? Let's have a look. Oh, it's just when every time when you load back in. I haven't got better contracts installed. I've only got contract boost. Clintos, how you doing, mate? You've just started using precision farming. A bit confused how I get the nitrogen level up. So the main thing with the nitrogen level is you've got to have a crop in the ground, because the because precision farming looks at what crop you're growing and wants to put the optimal nitrogen on for that, and each crop has different nitrogen requirements. So because we don't own this is a contract field, we're not actually getting any value, but normally if you look up in the top left corner, you've got this fertilizer applicator. So long as you're set to auto, it will put the correct amount of nitrogen on for the field for the crop you're growing. So that's probably the best way to do it. That's right, Rex, no worries. Better contracts works well now since it had an update. I'll have to have another look at that one, Fiona. Always open to changing things up on these servers too. At least some of it. Not the combine. Combine's staying. Wait until the first growth stage and turn on the crop sensors. No. Yeah, case AF11, yep. Try it on another field. Yeah, it's trial and error, just practice. Make sure the best one is make sure if you bring up your full menu, you've got activate automatic or deactivate automatic application rate. Make sure you've got that turned on. That would be the key thing I would point out. Right, 89%. Yeah, precision farming. I love precision farming. Alright, let's see in the poll there, because it looks like the tractor has come up trumps on that one. So, we'll be building the tractor, then the feed mixer, and then lastly the pickup wagon. Do you know what was a nice Axelson? When Chinook's audio wasn't working. Boo, Garrick. Boo. SP Farmer, how you doing? Loving the map. What's happened with fields 135 and 110? I think they are misplaced. The labels are just misplaced. So when Oxes put the map in, the note's in the wrong spot. So I'll show you. And I'll show you once we get to the end here. Look. Right. Hooray! That one completed. Alright, we completed this contract. So it was only on the size of the field. That one worked. That's good. Alright, let's carry on and finish things off. Random, that is a random question. I use Starlink Ben, and I don't think I've ever had a disconnect from a multiplayer server as a result of that. At least none that I can think of. Alright. Oh, that's good. That was positive. Happy with that. Fertilizing. Collect that. Mission, and let's have a look, because I think we'll let Rex finish his playing properly, but while we're doing that, let's go and have a look, because there's another plowing contract. Pick up, there we go. 118. Set that contract. And we'll get down to the field entrance and then decide which one we're going to go and do next. Alright. Fertilizer 90 or 92? Do we go up the hill to 90 or down the hill to 92? Probably down the hill to 92. Alright. I was going to explain 135. Yeah, I was. Thank you. So, 139. 139 is one that's wrong. So 139 is this bit of land here. 135 up here is a piece of grass down here. So you can see it highlighted green. So it's this bit here, which I now can't tab on. But if I go and select that once more, it's that bit there. 110, you say? 135. What was the other one you mentioned? Oh, 100. Yeah. So 139 and 135. So 139 there. So if you ever wonder what those are. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for the reminder too, Fiona. Gonna give Starlink a go. Ordered a kit shipped but not yet delivered. I think I think now it's heaps better than it was when I first had it, and I tried streaming off Starlink to start off with. It wasn't that good, but more recently I've had no issues with it over the last 8 months really. So when I started using it more and more, definitely worth it. You've had a conversation with one of your kids while they're sleep talking, then having them wake up mid-conversation wondering what the hell they're on about. Can't say I've ever had them wake up mid-conversation. My oldest boy sleepwalks. I've had some doozies with him. In fact, he went and had an oral surgery today. He had a tooth, tooth exposed to hook a chain to, for it to be dragged down into position. As part of his braces and that. But yeah, he was knocked out for an hour or so today. And as he was coming around, it was a bit of a laugh. You buy them in precision farming, doesn't recognize them. No, I don't know about ones that precision farming doesn't recognize. SP Farmer. So those two, neither of those two are actual fields, which would be why they don't recognize it, SP Farmer. I would have thought. $20 for the update's not too bad. I wouldn't have thought. I would have been happy with that. Alright, so now we learned our lesson last time. Let's suss out where we need to get into this field. Down and around the bottom. Okay, carry on. That's that beautiful sign. Look at it. Ooh. Lovely. You've gone with the max 400 meg down plan, just had to. I don't know what plane I'm on. I'd say you're getting about 260 meg down the other day. You see that now? Yeah, sweet. Happy days. Happy to help SB. You need my flag. You need my flag pack, Mike. Flags that I had a custom flag pack for FS22. Yeah, they haven't done the clothing customization yet. Eighth attempt with the update hyper. Oh goodness. How much is a new PC these days? Do you know the best part is hyper? A new PC won't do a thing. I hit it lucky and got it first time. Standard plans, yeah. Pretty sure I'm a standard plan, but it might have been a slightly better one because I've been with them for a long time. I can't remember. Yeah, it's definitely giant servers, 100%. But if you throw this one off the roof, you'll need one. Ask giants to pay for it. Alright, let's get into here. Let's have a look. Alright, let's go. Hi ho, let's go. Alright, so 118's the ploughing contract. Ploughing 61. Alright. Alright. The verification part's failing. Ah, yeah, see, do you get it where it gets to a certain point of completion and then it goes to like saying like from a minute or 2 minutes left it goes to suddenly 0 and it's showing it's downloading at like 400 meg? Yeah, it's lagging for me. That's my internet. My ping's going sky high. Alright, there we go. Oh, my ping's all over the place. Yeah, I don't know whether it's... I don't know what the issue is, Hyper. It's frustrating though, it really is. Can anyone explain why tractors back out from the combo when unloading was still 3/4 of the grain in the tank using course play and auto drive? No, I can't. I can't, SP Farmer, I've been trying to figure that one out. Not too much lately, but... Oh, you should be okay for ploughing. Ploughing should work okay. I don't have to care about ploughing turned on. Because it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I would have thought you'd be okay for a contract. Because see, I had tramlines in that last one. I think it was just that first contract I did with such a small field. It didn't have the big area of extras. Alright. Anything to make a buck. Nah, not seasonal growth. You look at the crop. Oh, no, it is, because the crop calendar is showing seasons. Yeah, it is. Don't know. Right. We do have seasons turned on. Didn't realise that. Hello, Shea. How you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're well and you're never late. I've told you this. How many times have I said to Share when you come in and you say you're late? I said you're never late, you're here just in time. Adjust collisions and pipe offset to center the tractor better, and the pipe works in most cases but not all. Yeah. Isn't it funny you can get things to work well most of the time and then it just won't another time? Share Chinook is saying hello to you as well. Alright, where's our head? There we go. going to map up and make sure we're covering off everywhere. There we go. It's good. No, I appreciate you checking up on me, Share. Appreciate you checking up, seeing how we were. It didn't turn into much. Across the whole country there was some damaging winds and some trees down and some big waves, but you know, there was no one went out and did anything stupid and lost their lives, or no one was caught out unexpectedly, so in that respect it was a good outcome. Hey, Hyper started playing Farm Sim. Does that mean he's got the update downloaded? Hey, B Hawkless, how you doing? Anzac Day is coming up. Do you do much for it? Not really. Not really. I have been into the dawn service on a couple of occasions. Right, look at that, we're almost back to where we started with our contracts. We haven't made any money yet. No money, although you look at that, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, there's $110,000 worth of contracts sitting there. Oh, we're good. You are. You're 25%. Your signed contract says 25%. So Mike, my question is, are you going to bed after this is finished? Are you going to bed after you finish this mic, or are you going to stay up until work starts? Are you staying up after you finish this, or are you going to work? There you go, so you've got extra time, because you don't have to be with work for a while, do you? No sudden outbreak of zombies. No zombies, Bo. Dodge those as well. You've been hooked on ATS. I'll bet that's Chinook's fault, Share. How does the finance sheet look? Finance sheet's looking a little bit bare. Needs a bit of work. Kiwi Sim Farmer, good evening to you, mate. How you doing? Welcome along. American Crash Truck Simulator. Did you stream tonight, Kiwi? I'm trying to. Oh, there we go. They are there. Trying to get to there. Oh. All right. We've had a couple of others join into the server, which is great. Thank you guys for joining. Just finished. Nice. I hope it was a good one. Is that Chinook trying to play ATS and farm sim? I think so, Hyper. I think so. Oh, you're Hyper here now too. Goodness gracious. Must just about be chocker. Alright, what other contracts can we pick up? There is some dead wood. Bit of mowing. Some spraying ones. Looking forward to trying out Whitcomb Park. Yeah, Kiwi, that'll be good. That's not too far away. That's in fact, that's Anzac Day. Locked up. That's Anzac Day for us. I think midday on the 25th UK time will be midnight New Zealand time on the 25th, or trying to do the conversion at 11 PM on the 25th. You wouldn't describe Chinook as dead one. If you jumped into Discord, you might, Bo. All right, let's have a look. We could pick up a couple of spraying contracts. What can we do with some? Those will be. How much is that going to be to lease? 16 grand. How much are those contracts? Alright. Well, who needs something to do? I don't mind jumping out of this we can go and observe some work if someone wants to come over and take over the fertilizer spreading. Alright, we've got a full server actually at the moment, look at that. Crazy. Hey Sadit, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Patience. I need the truck back. Oh, I was more looking if anyone was out of tasks to do hyper, if there was someone standing around doing nothing. But if you're happy doing that, that's fine. See, Alan's down there standing next to you, but I think he's AFK. I think everyone's done fine. Busy long day, Sadie, and time to relax, and then saw you on a stream, so something nice to relax. Oh, thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Been great having so many people here tonight. I've appreciated you all taking the time to tune in. If you haven't already, please make sure you do drop a like. Be much appreciated. And it is 6 years of Argsy Gaming. Yesterday, 14th of April was the birthday for the channel. So 6 years ago we started our first ever video, FS19. I can even remember the map. Oh, now it escapes my mind. Small little map. What was it called now? I reckon I could drive around it still. I can still remember so much about that map. Oh, I can't remember what it was now. Blood test results came back clear. Nice one, Share. I'm pleased to hear that. It's positive. Right, where are we? Happy birthday, Argsy channel. Thank you, Share. Do appreciate that. Can I explain the other John Deere tractors and equipment? Are they free to use, or it's like you rent them and costs are deducted when you take them back to the shed? So they're free to use. They are free to use. Come and drive a fertilizer spreader, Chinook. Alright, how are we doing on this? 50% through. And we must. Can't really see, but we are getting. We are getting low on fertilizer. Where are we taking fertilizer? Oh, we're using the fertilizer out of the bucket. Oops. It's actually using it from the bucket and putting it into there, which isn't what I wanted it to do, but. Did Argsy Jr. like his birthday, bro? It's not his birthday till Saturday, Share, so. He has to wait, he has to wait. Alright. I'm using the fertilizer that's in the bucket at the moment. Technically, no. It's using up the fertilizer in the bucket. No, I've got it on auto, so it's using more. I felt cheaty having it on minimum. It's going down so slow. Witchcraft, it is witchcraft. 100% witchcraft. No. Just, you know, you... It's $10,000 a month hire purchased. Yeah. Yeah, you can get a non-class one, that's fine. Yeah. You've got to get another case. You've got to match the combines. That's how it works. It makes it easier for maintenance. It's got to be the same combine. It's easier for maintenance. Makes it easier for maintenance if you've got the same contract combine. That's why. Case and John Deere. No, it's not much messy over in Australia. Case and John Deere would be the two biggest brands in Australia. Red ones go faster, everyone knows that. 100%. Hey Wolfie, how you doing? Good to see you. Case is great. Goodness. Is there a maintenance workshop close to the contract farm shed? I don't think there is actually, Hyper. I'd have to have a look. Gosh, this is a big contract, this one. I can't remember the map now, whether there was. I think the nearest one's here, but I'd have to have a look around. Right, so we're going to have to go for a drive up to here and get some more fertilizer in a minute. You know, the best thing would be is this will be the one of the few times we have 8 people on the server at the same time. You must have been standing in a silly spot if you got run over. Alright, there we go. Chewed through that fertilizer. Farms maintenance sheds not far away from the sheds next to the train line. Is there? Okay. Lots of people watching too. There is. It's great to have lots of people watching. I do appreciate you all being here. Yeah, you guys know. You don't need me to explain it. Alright, look at these contracts getting completed. 77% harvesting. Mike's a third of the way through his signed contract, 34%. Cultivating's 25%. Ploughing's 50%. The ploughing's actually cranking through. And fertilizing 66%. Now my big question, and someone might know the answer to this, can you use a plough to complete a cultivating contract? Does it count? Or does it need to be left in a cultivated state? I'm not sure. That's a me question. Interesting choice of tractor. I grew up driving one of these tractors, Wolfie, 6610. We had one that had the shifters were on the column around the steering wheel. It was really, really difficult to use. Not the high-low range and the gearbox on the floor. Plough does not work, so cultivated state. I thought that was going to be the answer, Mark. Right. Moving on up, moving on up. Yeah, I thought you were all going to say no. Alright. Nice of you. Do you know what, Mark? I'm going to be unpopular for this. When that was a 6 meter one, I thought it was the greatest tool ever. But now I don't like it. I don't know why. I'm just really... I know everyone thinks it's the greatest tool because you get your ploughing done quickly, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. Which is why we went for the the disc plough rather than going for something like that. Anyhow, that's my preference. Hate generic plows. Goodness. Can't drive straight, guy. $12M is the most boring implement. Well, it's just because it's got no animations or anything to it, but anyhow. Oh, not too far. Yeah, the JD Ripper's good. The JD Rippers, there's the we've got did I put them in here or not? Yeah, there's not the yeah, I'll have a look under the plows because it'll be easier to see. Blah 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 plows. Yeah, like I don't mind the Ecolo Till, there's the John Deere Ripper, those kind of things. I don't mind those, but that Good for building the borders, yeah. Bit late on our turn there. The most boring implement in the game. That's one way to describe it. Alright, let's load up. Ooh, don't want pig food, we want fertilizer, there it is. The dramas, the more the merrier. Great for AI workers, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he's jumping out of the server though, is he? Alright, so what have we got to do? We've got to go finish that. It's almost 11 o'clock, that's 2 hours of flying by. The map, he's done a good job. Done a good job. I mean, there's some things I'll look at, like the edge of the roads, like that they're good but not. There's a few little things, but in general, he's done a good job. And Hox has always got a certain aesthetic to his maps. You can always pick a Hox map. Like you could blindfold me and load up show me images of 7 different maps, and I'll always be able to pick one of Hox's maps, except for all the darn fencing. So the one thing I don't like about the fencing is you can't demolish it, and that is one thing I'm making sure I can do on my map, is that you can demolish majority of the fences around the farms. Some not around borders, so you wouldn't be able to demolish a fence maybe between that went around to Cell Point or against a river, but between fields and majority of the edge of fields you'll be able to demolish. Go through the fencing with the mentioned ripper and you can get rid of it. Get rid of what, the ripper? We also have fluctuating diesel prices are on, and diesel usage is high. So lots of variety on the map. Found it annoying but learned to live with it. Once you know and understand, it's not really a thing, right? just move on. Oops. Fortunately, some of those don't have collisions. Ah! I think there's two actually. I think I found the second one too. Because I know there's two FSG ones. I have to double check. I'm sure there's a second Argsy one up in the main town. Whee! Interesting, I thought this issue had gone away and it's come back. I'm going to have to do some investigation into why. I reckon there's something with mods. My fresh install of the game, I didn't have any problems. Suddenly it's kicked back in. Alright, well I am going to, now that we're back to this, where are we? Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Well, I think I'm going to, I'm actually going to stop this. Jump out, and I'll leave that there for someone else to jump in. We're going to go very quickly, go and have a look at what everyone else has been up to before we call it quits. So jump over here. Oops, it's turned off. Where's that? That back on. So here we go, here's Mike. Here's Mike battling away with this tractor. It's a 240 horsepower tractor. And it's struggling. It really is. Oh, those textures are a bit messy too. But if you have a look at our garage, 240 horsepower there, and we have a look at the seeder. This only says 144. So, don't know. Know what the story is yet. There you go, Alan over here, he's in the Dalbo. That's the leased equipment. We'll be getting rid of that soon. He's chopping through there. This is B1 and B2. Didn't stop on the weighbridge. Typical behaviour. Let's go have a look. What else have we got going on? Where's the others? 18. This one down here. Here we go. Job done. There's James. He's finished off there. Perfect. So this is the harvest field that has been done. And what else we got going on? Cultivating, we've got over there. That's a bit of playing going on here. We go. Stone's going on too, but Rex has got the Steiger out. He's been ploughing, getting things done there too. That's good. 144, yeah, it does. Struggling as it's working on a ploughed field in the opposite way than they're ploughing. Ah, you reckon? You reckon it's because it's ploughed? Yeah, that probably makes sense, doesn't it? Working across the ploughed texture. It's funny though, it's only this way that it really goes slow. Anyhow, there we go. Alright, well, on that note, we're going to call it quits for the night. It's 11 o'clock and I need to go and get some sleep, so early start tomorrow morning. So I am going to jump off. Obviously, a huge thank you to everyone who's been here tonight. Nice to see some new faces on the server too. So you know, good to have Alan in here, Rex, James. Nice to have you guys here, as well as Axelson, Chinook, Mike, and Hyper as well. Nice to have you guys all here too. It's always good to see some new faces, and hope you guys stay around. Hope you've enjoyed it, and hope you can make this all part of your farming journey. Be exciting to have you here. And yeah, nice to get started on this. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. This is going to be Wednesday night for the next few weeks, next few months. We'll see how long it takes, and we'll just stay in here and keep on farming, keep on doing things, see where we end up with this contracting business. That's what we're going to try and achieve. Alright, I'm going to go grab some McDonald's. No service in there. Anyhow, thank you everyone. It's been great to have you here tonight. What else is there? That's about all. That's about all I have to say. 6 years. Thank you everyone for 6 years of support. Actually, that's the amazing part, is that you've all been here for so long. Some of you are new, some of you have been around for a long time, and it's just great to have new people finding this channel, new people being part of the community, and old hands that have been around for a while being here to support them, welcoming them, and making everyone just feel so comfortable being here. So I do appreciate that. But yeah, what else is there? Yeah, we'll catch you all on the weekend. We'll be streaming on Sunday morning from somewhere, and other than that, have fun. I'm going to sort out some cosplay and issues with this map, and hopefully do some videos and get back into doing a little bit of content. We'll have an update on Winchester coming out very, very soon. I'm trying to get some work done on that too. And keep an eye out for the seasonal wool mod. Hopefully that will be released in mods today. So keep an eye out for that one. They're closed because the soft server's broken. Amen to that, Farmer Fledge. 100%. Right. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.